Disappearance Day 2093. Natasha had lost her first chance to escape. When she returned to the room, she was overwhelmed with frustration. She had been just a little short of making it day 2175. For the first time, Natasha heard news about herself from outside. She was still alive. She broke down in tears when she heard it. That same day, Daniel woke her up with excitement. He told her that night would be their wedding night. During that night, Natasha was allowed to ask him one question. She asked why he had chosen her. Daniel thought back to the day he had just lost his job. He was in a terrible mood. Natasha had smiled at him. He said that smile made him see life differently. He spent 2 months designing that basement. That was when Natasha felt real fear for the first time. Daniel's attention to detail pushed her into despair. She tried to start a fire by placing toilet paper on the hot plate. Smoke filled the room within seconds, but she could not go through with it. Her survival instinct stopped her, even though she tried to remove the smell. Daniel, who was always suspicious, noticed something was wrong. He questioned her in anger. Natasha began writing down every detail of her injuries. She knew that one day they would become evidence against him. Day 2847 of her disappearance. Natasha had her second chance to escape. She carefully observed everything around her. However, as a beginner skier, she had no way to escape from that place. She told him she needed to use the bathroom. Only after Daniel checked that no one was in the women's bathroom did he let her go in alone. While thinking about her next move, she realized someone else was inside. Natasha ran out as fast as she could. She tried to calm herself so she could send a signal for help with a few words, but the other person did not speak her language. Natasha lost her chance to escape again. The notes describing Daniel's actions had already filled a cookie tin. She was starting to lose hope. One day, while mowing the lawn, a neighbor appeared. He thought she and Daniel were a couple. He suspected nothing. From that moment on, Natasha began to give up. Time slowly wore down her will. Day 3096, Daniel, without a job and without money, decided to sell the van. To get a good price, he wanted to clean it thoroughly with Natasha. She never imagined that 8 years earlier that same van had taken her into hell, and 8 years later that same van would give her the perfect chance. By accident, she discovered the front door was not locked. At that moment, Daniel's phone rang. Because of the noise from the vacuum, he had to go inside to answer it. Natasha did not hesitate for a second. She turned the vacuum to maximum power. Then she quickly slipped out through the metal door. She ran with all her strength. Her weak body released an incredible burst of energy. She ran until she disappeared around the corner. She did not know how much time had passed. She arrived at an old man house. She asked him to call the police. It was day 3096 of her disappearance, the day she had dreamed about so many times in her sleep. The local police arrived after the old man call. They confirmed her identity. They notified her mother. Natasha's parents rushed to the police station. There they finally saw their daughter, who had been missing for 8 years. Mother and daughter held each other tightly. At last, Natasha was free. As for Daniel, when he discovered Natasha had escaped, he did not run out to search for her. Instead, he made a decision that would change everything.